Here's something that might surprise you. Ancient wisdom traditions actually viewed foolishness as a path to enlightenment. Today, we're exploring how embracing our limitations might be the smartest thing we can do.
That's fascinating because it completely flips our modern obsession with appearing competent and knowledgeable all the time.
You know what really strikes me about this ancient text we're discussing? The writer starts with this incredible admission: I am too stupid to be human. In our age of carefully curated social media personas, that kind of raw honesty is almost shocking.
Well, that's quite different from the usual self-help mantras about believing in yourself and projecting confidence.
Exactly. And here's where it gets really interesting. The writer makes these two specific requests that feel incredibly relevant today. Keep falsehood far from me, and give me neither poverty nor riches.
So they're basically asking for protection from extremes. Why do you think that matters so much?
Well, they explain it beautifully. They're worried that too much wealth will make them forget God, while too much poverty might drive them to steal. It's this incredibly nuanced understanding of how circumstances can shape our character.
That reminds me of some recent studies about how wealth can actually decrease empathy and ethical behaviour. It's like they understood this psychological principle centuries ago.
And then there's this fascinating request for a guard on my mouth and an effective seal on my lips. In our era of instant tweets and hot takes, that feels more relevant than ever.
Oh man, imagine if Twitter had a built-in wisdom filter like that.
You know what's really powerful? The writer asks to be merciless to my errors and not let their sins go unchecked. It's like they understood that small ethical compromises can snowball into bigger problems.
That's quite different from our current culture of self-acceptance and validation, isn't it?
Absolutely right. And here's where the text takes this unexpected turn. After all this self-deprecation, the writer suddenly claims they'll wear their adversaries' accusations like a crown and approach God as boldly as a prince.
Well, that's quite a transformation. How do we make sense of that shift?
I think it's the key to understanding the whole concept. By fully embracing their limitations and need for help, they find a different kind of strength. It's like their acknowledged weakness becomes their crown.
So it's not about actually being foolish, but about being willing to appear foolish in pursuit of something deeper.
Exactly. And in our current culture where everyone's trying to project expertise and certainty, this ancient wisdom about the value of acknowledged foolishness feels revolutionary.
You know, that makes me think about how exhausting it is trying to maintain an image of having it all figured out.
And that's perhaps the ultimate wisdom here, that true strength might come not from pretending to be wise, but from embracing our limitations while maintaining dignity in the face of them.
So in the end, being a fool for Christ might actually be the wisest position we can take.
And maybe that's our invitation, to find the courage to be foolish enough to be honest about who we really are, while bold enough to stand tall in that truth. Because sometimes the most profound wisdom looks like foolishness to the world.